The 8th day of impeachment hearings heated up in the House chambers this morning. The main topic was the ARA sole source contract. However, they got sidetracked. Megan Bragg has more.
Some members of the special committee kept asking questions to Office of the Public Auditor Legal Counsel George Hasselbeck about a conversation between two other people in his office when he was not present.
No, I'm asking because you should know if your people go down to do things.
I do know that my people went down to do things, sir. I do know that Mr. Sablon was interviewed. As to the specifics of what was said during that interview, I have to ask my investigator.
We're not asking for the specifics, we're asking for the document. If it's a document would have to cross your desk to your subordinate. Your subordinate would take it down for him to sign. Correct?
Sir,
all we're trying to find here is the truth, sir.
Point of order, Mr. Chair. I think Guerrero's beginning to badger the witness.
I'm not trying to badger anybody, sir, please. I'm just stating what is fact.
Sir, I want to ask quickly, are you insinuating that I'm not telling the truth today?
No, I think you may be.
Thank you.
If I'm going to say something, then I would assume. This is just an assumption that maybe you don't know what's going on in your office.
Hasselbeck explained to the committee that enough evidence was presented from the Investigator General's report to prosecute the former Attorney General at Buckingham. However, Vice Speaker Felicidad Ogumoro was not satisfied with his answer.
There is no report, and yet you have proceeded to the investigation, to the prosecution stage?
Yes, ma'am, I have.
So where is the report?
There is no report. I just
told you. In
all
due fairness to the committee, I want to see a report. If I'm going to impeach the governor, I better have that report.
The evidence that Agent House gathered is sufficient and admissible in the scene of my Superior Court. The evidence gathered by Agent House is sufficient to establish beyond a reasonable doubt that Mr. Buckingham violated CNMI law. That is why I filed criminal charges against Mr. Buckingham.
In an interview with Hasselbeck after the committee meeting, he says a final report has not been issued.
I don't know if we're going to. Okay? We are relying upon the evidence and the information gathered in that Department of Interior report. Okay? I don't know that we're ever going to generate a final report. We may. We may do something like that to close out the file, but I don't know. But criminal investigations never stop. If there is information or new evidence that comes to light the day before trial, that investigation still is ongoing.
Hasselbeck says the investigation of the former Attorney General is still ongoing.